There we go. Good evening, everybody. It is Monday night here at the BTA Network. And since it's Monday, that means it's time for Monday Mayhem. That means we're going to have stories that kind of went under the radar from the mainstream. And anything political, we save that for tomorrow. Because we don't need it. We deal with it. We deal with it enough already. So we'll save that for tomorrow. Anyway, I'm your host for tonight. I am Oddball Extreme. I'm on the line with two of my crazy cohorts. First, to my left, we have our resident joker, Mike. Hello, Mike.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday.
Yep, and below is our tiny sus Janet. Hello, Janet.
Greetings from the ass end of hell.
Believe it. And we also have in the chat room, we have our man from the Bronx, Sajo. So, hey, Sajo. And yes, of course he's there because it's wrestling night. And you know how it is. Netflix, wrestling, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry if I offended anybody, but believe it or not, though, it did not get as hot as it usually does. We have low humidity and somewhat high dew points. You know, I think it was like 57 to 57. Well, anyway, can't remember exactly how much the humidity is.
Yeah, well, anyway, speaking of the weather, big news. If you live in the state of Alabama, or anywhere really, or you have relatives in Alabama, a totally new thing launched today, the Alabama Weather Network. And I'm going to tell you right now, get the app, because now I can keep an eye on my niece and her family up in northern Alabama. Now, this is the unique part. Alabama is now the first state ever to have an entire weather network dedicated to the state. Nobody gets ignored, especially when there's a severe weather threat or a hurricane threat or any type of threat. So, this is good. And Frodo just joined in, our master and creator.
Yeah, I decided to sneak in. So I'm gonna agree with you. Um, I actually think that having a weather network in all 50 states would be a smart idea because, you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
And having that ability to say, hey, guess what? This might be, we need to come together, might just be the best idea I've ever heard. And now, I'm not saying that we have to duplicate it exactly, but
Right.
like I'm half tempted to message Joe Winters of KCRG here in Cedar Rapids and say, dude, look at what they're doing over in Alabama.
Mm-hmm. It'd be great.
I really
I think it could probably start something where each state, like Janet could have a Arizona weather network. Mike, you and Mike, Iowa weather network, something like that. Go ahead, Janet.
I know that, but there's just one slight problem. We very seldom get bad weather. We get the heat,
You get the
we
dust
get
storms.
we get the dust storms, occasional thunderstorms.
Yeah, there's another thing: wildfires.
That would be the
yeah,
main thing for here.
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I think that anything that can uh cause state residents to have to deal with possible death, destruction of property, any of that,
Evacuations.
Yeah, exactly.
it should be universally in every state because, having storm spotters is one thing, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud to be a storm spotter. However, having more than just a bunch of spotters um, would probably be a very helpful thing.
How
You know what I
about
mean?
we have this? How about we have the storm spotters? They spot the possibility of bad weather, and then okay, I'm going to use you as an example, Shirley.
Okay.
They spot a tornado in Montgomery, and then they get a hold of the Alabama Weather Network,
No,
and
actually, no, no. Here's how that works. If we spot something, first thing to do is call the authorities, and then
yeah,
second, call the National Weather Service office.
and then Alabama Weather
Well,
Network.
Well, no, Alabama Weather
in
Network will get it from the National Weather Service office.
Yeah,
actually
that's how
in our example
Eh,
in in Iowa, we actually call first the National Weather Service, give
Okay.
them the information because if like you get a spotter that says I have a tornado that just came down a mile from my house,
Mm-hmm.
and they
they're
don't know
gonna
where his
fucking
house is.
Yeah.
that but all the spotter network people, the people that actually are part of that spotter network, have their houses registered with their direct address. So when you say, I see a tornado just spawn 5 miles or 2 miles southeast of my house, right? The spotter network and the National Weather Service, since they know exactly where you're living, can map that, can look at the radar, see if the radar confirms your report
Mm-hmm.
of a tornado, and then, or doesn't so much confirm, but can substantiate that report.
Mm-hmm.
And then upon the substantiation occurring, they will issue the warning out.
Mm-hmm. I guess it depends. It sometimes may depend on the state. Because I remember one time I was watching something about that documentary Tornado Swarm 2011, and one guy in North Carolina, he actually called 911 first. Now, like I said, it may depend on each state, may depend on what office. I don't know, but yeah, because I think here in Alabama, I think the rule of thumb is you call the National Weather. I think call the office first here. I just can't remember because I remember that's what I saw in that documentary. Go ahead, Janet.
Alabama Network's on Facebook if you're interested.
Yeah, they are. Alabama
Well,
Weather Network is all over the place, which is good.
well, and like you said, when we are spotters, unless there's like critical, oh shit, someone's gonna die right now kind of shit going on,
Mm-hmm.
we got told call the NWS first because the NWS can activate the first responders by just issuing the warning. So the first responders get the notification from the NWS, and it goes over their radio saying tornado spotted. Certified weather spotter has reported a tornado 5 miles southwest of X location.
Mm-hmm.
This report happened 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that 2
I'm going to
minutes,
subscribe to the Alabama Weather Network's YouTube channel.
Yeah, I already have. Go ahead, Frodo.
But since most tornadoes go in a northeast directional
Mm-hmm.
when they are spawned, and yes, that's a generalization,
Uh-huh.
but it's a pretty accurate generalization.
Right. I remember
put-
El Reno in 2013. That one really screwed everybody up and unfortunately killed one of the most legendary storm chasers of all
His
time.
last name? What
Tim
was his last
Samaras.
name?
Tim Samaras.
Samaras.
And his son.
It was
his son.
Samaras.
His son Paul, and their friend Carl Young.
Yeah, it was all three of them.
And it
But,
also
yeah.
almost took out Mike Bettis as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
and
yeah,
you know what?
needless.
Thanks to James Spann, this Alabama Weather Network has the potential to get better and maybe be a little bit more accurate
Yeah.
Well,
in predicting the weather, especially when there is such a unpredictable tornado season at times with you guys.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Frodo.
Okay, now you
So-
can talk, Frodo.
so what I was going to say was, when you're working with the National Weather Service and that,
Mm-hmm.
because James Spann obviously is also a storm spotter because, well, hello,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, getting back to saying that means that if he sees a tornado, he's obviously going to use his backdoor channels with the National Weather Service and say, hey, yo, this is here. Literally.
Yeah, and one of the best things they've got, sky cams all over the state.
Yeah,
Is it-
I think
I think they said they want to get one in every county by the end of the year, and then try to have 100 within 1 year, and then get more and more. It's like, that's not a bad idea, because think about it. Those sky cams, especially on April 27th, 2011, those sky cams really came in handy. Janet, what are you doing?
I am trying to getting rid of this thing on my desk.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
welcome
unfortunately, you
back
put your thing down.
There.
There.
It's easy to get it back up again.
anyway, one thing that I definitely think, and this goes beyond just spotter networks or web networks like what James is doing. But I really think that we as a country need to deploy FRH radars to every National Weather Service location.
Mm-hmm.
For those that do not know what an FRH radar is, it's called phased relay radars, and basically P, PARs, PRAs, whatever it is. Fuck. But basically, imagine this. Right now, our NextRad radar system is designed that you have one element,
Mm-hmm.
okay, per radar, and that's the big fat fucking dish that at different tilt levels takes 6 full minutes with dual polarization capabilities
Mm-hmm.
to scan the sky.
Right.
With a PAR, phased array radar, we could reduce that to less than a minute per full scan,
Uh-huh.
have the full scan done throughout the up and the levels of the tilts,
Mm-hmm.
and be able to get real time, really real time information about these radars, about these storms. Now, a fair reminder, the reason we can detect tornadoes now in these radars is because we're using dual polarization technology.
Mm-hmm.
What that means is that our radars right now, back in the old days before, your radar would only release one direction, one beam.
Mm-hmm.
The current dual polarization radars release 2 beams perpendicular to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Phased array radars, on the other hand, essentially have X number of NextRad radars that scan dual polarization with that X value.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Okay.
go ahead.
Yeah. Janet, go ahead.
I just want to ask you a question, Frodo. You know, sometimes you see the domes.
Yep,
Is that
those
a
are
type of radar?
that's just a standard NextRad radar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
Okay.
I remember when I went to the National Weather Service office up, it's in Calera, although it's called the Birmingham office. It's actually located in Calera. The office is right there, but the satellite itself. I mean, sorry, yeah, the satellite itself,
radar.
the radar. The radar dish itself is actually across the interstate. So.
And the
But
thing
it's
that people
fascinating.
don't
It's amazing how much the technology is.
Mm-hmm.
It's
well,
amazing how far the technology's come and how much further the technology can go.
Mm-hmm.
and like I was mentioning, a phased array radar is essentially a grid of NextRad antennas. So imagine, for example, that you have a phased array radar system with, say, I'm going to go with 49 individual antennas. Okay, that means that for each different radar scan, you get 49 different hits, which means that you can have some of the radar hits going up so that it's seeing different angles of the radar.
Mm-hmm.
You could get it can be all kinds of crazy stuff that happens. But the key thing about phased array radar, and the reason why we're not going to be getting it anytime soon,
Expense.
is no, not expense. The technologies already exist.
Yeah.
The Doppler on wheels that we heard about being used in Iowa last year
Mm-hmm.
for the Greenfield tornado, that is a phased array radar. And the reason that we're not getting the phased array radar yet is, well, it's going to get a slight bit political, but it has to for right now, is because of the current condition
Oh, the
of
terror,
national weather. Not the
tariffs.
not tariffs. The current condition of the National Weather Service and
Yeah, and NOAA.
the fact that all of the National Weather Service's research budget has pretty much been circle jerked away.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So
Yeah.
I'm sorry for the slight political edge there.
That's okay. That's okay. In this case, there's really no way you can avoid it.
Yeah, because it's just it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, the only reason we're not getting phased array radar probably within the next 4 years is because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though a phased array radar system for our
Could
entire
save
country,
lives. Could save
oh,
lives.
it would do more than save lives, Janet. It would improve our understanding of how these storms develop. I mean, we know how tornadoes generally develop,
Mm-hmm.
but there's the oddballs that come out that decide to make all of our known data go sideways.
Yeah.
El Reno is a perfect example of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know what? They say tornadoes can form anywhere. I remember one year I was watching a really gray cloud, and I happened to look up towards the west, and I noticed this one cloud swirling like a tornado would.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wondering, is that the beginnings of a tornado up there?
Could be. It could be. It could
You're
be.
you were it very well could be. You were probably looking at a mesocyclone or a wall cloud, one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was thinking, oh shit, if that is a tornado, don't let it drop on our house.
Right.
But
Another
yeah.
thing, yeah, if we could get another problem with this, there are a lot of what I call the radar dead zones in the country.
Yes.
kind of like similar to a cell phone dead zone.
Yeah.
No, but
No,
the
well-
problem is, as opposed to a radar dead zone, if you have the right service provider, you don't have to worry about that because T-Mobile, for example, has the access to the Starlink satellites.
Mm-hmm.
But as I was saying, I agree with Shirley 110% on the radar dead zones. That's how people get killed.
Yeah, because I will tell you right now, Southwest Alabama is one of those radar dead zones because you've got Birmingham, you've got Jackson, you got Mobile, but it's far away enough that you can't actually get an accurate reading on a radar.
Hey, Shirley, before
Yes.
we really get out of the weather talk, why don't you pop up weather-wise and show off some of the it has?
Okay, give me just a second here. Oh, this got updated.
Because
Tropical activity in the main developed region is heating up. We're introducing satellite sectors to help cover Tropical Storm Erin and other regions too. So they're adding goes east and goes west. Yay! And it's available for free. Yay!
Nice.
But what? Weather-wise or?
Yeah,
Weather-wise,
weather-wise.
yeah.
Okay, give me just a second here.
Seconds up.
so we've got near Centerville, Iowa, we've got a nice little cell. It doesn't have a lot of upward momentum because it looks like it's stopping at like 12 kilometers, but it's still there.
Yeah. Now this is currently me.
Nikki, stop.
Okay, so let's see. Where's that rain? Okay, everything's moving like northwest.
I actually got it up on my end too. when it indicate that there's a tornado warning. Let's see. Where's the counties after this?
There it is. It's near Bloomfield. It looks like it just went off.
Yeah, it just went off.
Looks like maybe it just expired.
No, like no.
Okay, let me see.
It just popped, but yeah.
It,
So on our, me, Shirley, and Mike kind of made this decision as a team because we were all hanging out. We were talking together the other day, but WeatherWise has 2 levels that you can subscribe to. You've got your Plus or your Pro.
Okay.
Or a plane like mine.
Well, we chose to go and get the Pro because it has a lot more functions, including one where you can literally take a line that'll appear on your radar screen. So go to that tornado warning near Drakesville, Shirley.
All right, there it is.
I won't be able to afford to get the new things.
You should have been given the login and information from Shirley. 'Cause that's how
I'll get it after the show then, Shirley.
Okay.
Okay.
So now we're in the Drakeville tornado warning that's occurring right now. In the bottom right corner, do you see that line with 2 dots on it? Bottom left corner, my bad.
Line with 2 dots. No. I see an arrow.
Look in the bottom left corner where your reflectivity, where it says KD.
Yeah, there it is. The reflectivity. Blah blah blah. Go ahead.
So, just to the right of it, there's of where it says reflectivity. There's a line connected by 2 dots.
Cross section.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh wow. Okay.
You can literally look into these storms with this function and see how
okay,
high
that's cool.
up in the atmosphere they're going.
Oh, okay, that's cool right there.
Like, yeah, that's a really fucking useful feature. For those that don't understand why that's useful, in storms, the taller you get, the more powerful you are, because the height that you have is based on the height of the mesocyclone, and the less height that you can get, you have a weaker tornado. The higher you can get, you have stronger tornado capability. So that allows us now to read how tall these storms are and be able to, within a reasonable amount of guesstimation, understand just how strong of a storm we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Would it work like if you were tracking a derecho?
Yes. It works on all storms. As long as you can see it on the radar, you can get that kind of cool imagery. There's more to it, but that's really one of the biggest things that I'm already in love with regards to the new upgrades in WeatherWise, is that, I could take and slice a storm and just see how tall it is. Like right now near Boone, Iowa, there's a storm that's got about 3.8 to 4 kilometer height, but it looks like it could flare out a little more.
Damn, excuse me.
Excuse.
Sorry about that.
You're fine. But yeah, see, that's how that works.
Also, you're able to, within the app, the program itself change like how the radar sweeps look to you.
Mm-hmm.
So show that off, Shirley.
Okay, let me see if I can remember how it is.
It's down from where you are in the reflectivity
Oh, I
thing.
can only see it on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay. I saw it here.
In the radar panel to the left, Shirley, where you got cross section mode. It's in that,
Oh,
and you scroll down.
there's one blob
Go,
of red that looks like a comet.
Okay, what am I looking for?
go down further.
Okay, on here.
Down. Yeah,
Okay.
in that little thing. Keep going.
Okay, I know I saw it. If I could just remember where.
It's way at the bottom of it. You have to go past
There it is.
where you normally.
Fast scan.
Yep.
Oh shit. I'm not going to restart my computer. I can't view it because I have to restart my computer because it's saying my audio renderer is malfunctioning.
Now this is the
And I
fun
got to
part.
reboot the computer.
I can actually set whatever color I want.
Yep. So these
There
are
it
some
is.
of the new.
Okay, let me turn off the cross thing.
Boom.
There
I'll
it
be back
is.
in a minute. I'm going to reboot my computer.
All right.
I'll
So-
be back in a minute.
Okay.
We gotcha.
We
So,
heard you.
so having these new functions in a radar app that is usable for a lot of people is great. And while yes, to get some of these functions you do have to pay for them, the price for Pro is $15.99 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And for the functions you get, as if you're a weather person or you just want to protect your property or home or life,
Mhm.
I say $15.99 per month is a small price to pay.
Yeah, and oh wow, look at Chicago.
Yep.
Nothing severe, but they're getting pounded.
Yep.
But yeah, like I said, this was a decision because as a team we make these decisions together. We do not. I don't ever unilaterally do shit, do I?
No.
No. There we go. Always. And there it is.
And you can also activate the cross section to get a good view. But yeah, there's a mode in weatherwise as well called reflectivity max.
Max
Which
reflectivity.
gives-
Whoa.
Yep. Yeah, it changes stuff up a lot. And then there's reflectivity X, which gives you very narrow view,
Mm-hmm.
but gives you very detailed information.
Very specific.
Yep.
Yeah, max reflectivity. I like this one better because it's very specific.
Yeah.
But yeah, now there we go. Now we got our.
So yeah, I wanted to explain to people that the company and the people that make weatherwise have really been putting a lot of research and development into the program to make it better
Yeah.
for those that use it.
Yeah.
And from what I've heard since we Omega, like Ryan Hall did, they've been kind of stagnating a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about Omega. Omega is a great program.
Welcome back, Jan.
Thank you.
Yep.
I don't know why my audio renderer quit on me.
Because
It
your
says-
audio renderer doesn't want to work today.
Yeah.
No shit, Sherlock.
Okay, Watson, silence.
Okay, I'm gonna get back out of this. So, but yeah, yeah, WeatherWise is great. Alabama Weather Network is off and running. In fact, it was already the #1 free weather app today. So,
On which platform?
I believe it was, either Apple or Google Play. I can't remember. But
Or
still,
both.
yeah, it's probably both. Because what's great
Hey,
is,
Just
oh, go ahead, Janet.
James Spann and his suspenders reputation precedes him.
Oh, of course. That's what, because the rule of thumb is this: you see James Spann normally in like a suit, coat, and all, but once he takes off that jacket, weather's gonna be shit.
I know one time on the Weather Channel,
Uh,
he heard. Maybe it wasn't, but he heard an earthquake coming, and he said, "Listen, it's coming. I gotta get out of here. Talk to you when I can."
no, wait a minute. That was, I think it was a tornado warning, I think in Mississippi, and it wasn't James Spann. It was someone else.
Well, anyway, respect Mother Nature, people.
Yeah. Sancho said it best. When weather gets serious, yeah, trust me. When James Spann, you see the suspenders and his tie, weather means business.
Yeah.
And it was no better proven than on
But
April 27th, 2011.
put it this
Yeah, and
way:
he was
if
very,
you have,
very quiet. He was very, very quiet when they found out that Samaris's team got killed.
Yep, go ahead, Frodo.
so I'm looking here, and there it is, Alabama Weather Network. The icon literally has the state of Alabama
Mm-hmm.
and James Spann's tie and
And
suspenders.
suspenders. It's like there's no mistake where that came from, but hey, it's I've tried out the app. App
I
is
love it.
great.
I know.
But yeah,
But you know,
so
it
if
takes
you're
a
looking,
certain kind of. Go ahead.
it takes a certain kind of crazy son of a bitch to do weather.
Exactly. And there are a lot of crazy son of a bitches out there too.
Yeah, but James Spann was doing it for 47 years. He started in
Hey,
1978.
I'm only 40 years old, but you know what? I respect that.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. Until April 27, 2011, I didn't even know who James Spann was.
But you learn to respect the suspenders.
Yeah, well, his favorite pitch is respect the polygon.
Yes, you got
Yeah.
that's also Ryan Hall. Respect the polygon, respect it. Because here's the facts. If you're under any kind of warning, and I don't care if it's a fucking severe thunderstorm warning or whatever, you really need to respect that fucking polygon.
Mm-hmm.
Because guess
I
what?
got a question. How do you read it when it is a polygon within a polygon?
Well, usually that would be like you get like a severe thunderstorm warning in orange and a tornado warning in red. That's usually the case.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have a double polygon, basically what that means is if that double polygon appears over your house, you're under both warnings. So
Mm-hmm.
in that case, what can happen
In other
most
words,
of the
I'm
time?
screwed.
Not
No,
necessarily. It just gives you that alert saying
normally happens.
get the cover now.
Yeah. All right. What else do we
Normally,
need
what
to discuss? Never mind.
We're almost done.
How much insanity? Yeah, we're almost done. But basically, when you have that double polygon situation, like Shirley was saying, usually it involves a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado warning embedded in it. So usually what that means is that the severe thunderstorm warning had some spotters or some chasers out,
Mm-hmm.
and
Uh-huh.
one of them, spotter, chaser, whatever, spotted a tornado So they issued the warning for the tornado inside the severe thunderstorm warning to tell people, hey, fuckers, you're in danger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's how I can describe terms I understand. A double polygon can be compared to do a big bubble for the thunderstorm warning,
Mm-hmm.
and then a smaller bubble within the bigger bubble for the tornado warning.
Right.
Yep.
Sorry, I try to use things that I can comprehend a little better.
That's fine. That's okay. That's a
Of
good
course, Mike is the problem that I have is Mike is always a double polygon person.
thing.
What is that supposed to mean?
Oh.
Everywhere you go, you cause trouble. So you're a double polygon.
Oof.
All right. Why don't we transition out of
Yes,
the weather because
that
we've been
was-
dominating a little too much.
That was a joke.
I know.
Mike
That's
knew
why. That's why I was like, oof.
All right. So anyway, I've got 4 stories posted. I'm gonna try to get through them as quick as I can. We got longtime Vols fan says he's been priced out of lifetime season seats after nearly 60 years in the stands. We also got rabbits with tentacles or horns growing from their heads spotted in Fort Collins, Colorado. Parents fight insurance denial for baby's life-saving brain surgery. And finally, teen workers save restaurant as owner spends months in hospital.
I say go for the feel-good story with the restaurant workers.
All right.
Go for that last so that we can end on a positive note.
Okay.
Okay, do the rabbits with the do the article on the fugly rabbits.
Okay.
The horny rabbit.
Not that type of horny, Frodo.
I
All right,
know.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
It was meant to be a
It's
joke.
108 right now. At 8 o'clock, it's supposed to be 105, 103 at 9, and 100 degrees at 10.
Okay, give me just 1 second here. Okay, here we go. So, this is out of Colorado. And I'm still... Ugh, come on. Thank you. Now I can finally read this. Okay. So here's what's going on. This is out of Fort Collins, Colorado. Some rabbits spotted in Fort Collins are showing alarming growths described as black tentacle-like protrusions coming from their heads. Colorado Parks and Wildlife, CPW, confirms the cause is a virus. The condition is not dangerous to humans or pets, CPW said, but they urge people to avoid approaching or touching the animals. Recently, residents in southeast Fort Collins began noticing the unusual-looking rabbits, including 9 News Northern Colorado reporter Amanda Gilbert. Susan Mansfield said she saw a rabbit with black spines or quills around its mouth. It looks like it was black quills or black toothpicks sticking out all around his or her mouth, Mansfield said. I thought he would die off during the winter, but he didn't. He came back a second year and it grew. One person described the rabbit as having a scabby-ish looking growth over their face. According to wildlife officials, the growths are caused by a virus that results in wart-like protrusions on the rabbit's face or head. The condition is similar to benign cancerous cells and has no known cure, CPW said. Wildlife officials emphasize that while the virus can spread between rabbits, it is not known to be contagious to humans, dogs, or other wildlife. They said it doesn't hurt the rabbit unless it grows on sensitive areas like their eyes or mouths. Although the virus is not considered a threat to public health, wildlife officials recommend giving infected rabbits space and avoiding any attempts to help or handle them. And that's the end of the story. And that makes sense. I mean, there's nothing anybody can do, but you know, if you don't get near the rabbits, don't touch them at all, you're good.
Hey, Shirley,
Yes.
I just had a crazy ass thought.
Uh-oh.
And this is just one that just popped through my mind. No, this won't be a bad thing. I think it might be good to add to our stream. If we can get you to get a tablet that's only purpose is to view one website,
Mm-hmm.
that might be a good thing. You want to know why?
Why?
Here, I'll link you to the website that I wanted to link up you, that I wanted to do it with.
Okay. Alright, let me see here. Weather intensity? Okay. Interesting.
That's that's Ryan Hall's weather intensity score system.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I definitely have to
And if
look into
we could
that.
get some way to like display that on the screen
Hmm.
at all times, that might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, the only thing is, I think that'd be around my territory, right? We'd have to like change it. We gotta
No,
have the ability to change to various places, or
this is nationwide.
oh, okay.
Because what's yours reading right now? It should be 31.1.
No, mine says 31.3.
Well, still close enough.
Mine's 30.3 on my side.
Oh, now it's
Yeah.
30.3.
Yeah, it literally just keep it up and we can keep an alert on.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna see
What do you think of that, Mike?
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm not trying to be a dick about things. but
No, that's fine.
something.
Okay. All right. So now let's get to that story where a family who has had lifetime season tickets now can't get it because this is what's gonna make you mad. The price jumped by over $3,000.
That's a big pharma getting greedy.
Yeah.
What went up by $3,000?
Lifetime season tickets to college games.
Oh, I thought we were talking
Oh.
about drugs.
Mm-hmm. Oh no.
I
That's
thought you.
nasty.
Yeah, no. Okay, so here's
That's
what,
And Shirley,
I see.
since it's getting close to time, just kind of skip over the unnecessary paragraphs like I do.
okay. Well, the good news is most of these are short. Okay. Let's see. Longtime Vols fan says he's been priced out of lifetime season tickets after nearly 60 years in the stands. So, father-son duo says they will have to end their cherished tradition of watching the Vols at Food City Center after the price for their seats jumped nearly $3,000. And this is out of Knoxville. For more than half a century, 88-year-old Thomas Bailey has held season tickets to the University of Tennessee men's basketball games. He said a recent price hike tripled the cost of his 2 tickets, so he's forced to give them up. I've had the same seats, section 120, row 18, seats 9 and 10, since the arena opened, Bailey said. He first bought season tickets in 1967 and made a donation in the 1980s that he said came with a promise, lifetime access to those seats. They assured us our donation meant we would have our seats for our lifetime, Bailey said. This year, the cost of his 2 seats jumped from $1,480 to more than $4,400. I'm on a... Oh, go ahead.
No, that was my raspberry for the price hike.
Yep. I'm on a fixed income and I can't afford that kind of game, he said. This is the way UT has of getting rid of us old people that don't donate big money every year. His son, David Bailey, said it's not just about money, it's about a family tradition. It's just going to be different and I'm not going to be able to spend the time with my dad, he said. The Baileys said they built a small community in Section 120 with a group of fans who felt like family after decades of cheering together. We got a good core of people right there and it's like a family when we get to UT, David said. Now we're not going to be able to have it. The university did offer them seats in a higher section in their price range, but the Baileys declined. It's ridiculous and it's insulting, David said. He's 88 years old. We're not going to have these seats for another 50 years. So this upcoming season, for the first time in nearly 6 decades, they'll be watching from home. I feel bad about not getting to go. I've been doing it for so long, Thomas said. I love being there, the crowds and everything. I just love going to basketball games. The seating change comes as Tennessee Athletics finishes up major upgrades to Food City Center for the upcoming season, including new video boards, sound systems, and a lower-level Riverside Club. The Riverside Club space turned 1,500 seats in the arena's lower level into premium seating with access to special food and beverage options and a club area for socializing before the game and halftime. People who had season tickets in those sections were offered the choice of keeping their seats at a significantly higher cost or moving to different seats elsewhere in the arena that closely matched the cost of what they were previously paying. Over $20 million is expected to be invested into the upgrades at Food City Center over the next decade.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
I wonder how people are going to be pissed about that.
Oh, yeah.
My thinking on this story is this. Hey, Tennessee Volunteers, let me just speak to you on this for a minute. You're saying that the people who had a lifetime guarantee aren't worth your money? Well, then, here's how I think that they should, what they should say to you.
Fuck you.
You ain't worth my fandom.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no.
I'm sorry, but you just, you just ruined a man's basically life, for lack of a better term, because you're greedy bastards.
Yep. Alright, this next story I think is worthy of a Supernova Rant Rocket because this one's going to make you mad. Alright, so I'm going to use it. Supernova Rant Rocket, here we go.
Uh-oh. Duck your heads and get under something heavy.
Yep. Okay, so here's what's going on. Parents fight insurance denial for baby's life-saving brain surgery. So, here's what's going on. A New York couple is beside themselves after their 10-month-old child's life-saving brain surgery was denied by their insurance company. Now they're pleading for help as they hold out hope the decision will be reversed. Born in September 2024, Cameron Casachi is the child that Alyssa and Brad Casachi always wanted. But within hours of Cam's birth, their world was turned upside down. They did an MRI on this one-day-old baby and kind of confirmed the worst. He had a very large stroke on the left side of his brain. Additional seizure activity was secondary to that injury, Alyssa said. The family was then transferred to Oishé Children's Hospital in Buffalo, where they spent the next 19 days holding out hope for a miracle to save their baby boy. It's a really hard pill to swallow when you realize you have the sickest kid in the NICU, Alyssa said. Cam is the most resilient, the hardest, toughest little kid you will ever meet. We only spent 19 days there. We thought we would be there a lot longer. Cam kept on fighting as the family did what they could to deal with his condition. Through all their needles and medications, they remained hopeful that a solution would be found to save their son. The Oishé neurosurgeon recommended a very drastic surgery, Alyssa said. A hemispherectomy, where basically they go in and they disconnect the left hemisphere of his brain from the right side in order to stop the seizures. The family sought treatment with a recommended neurosurgeon in Pittsburgh, and a date was set for the surgery. As they prepared for the procedure, however, their hopes and prayers came crashing to a halt. The insurance company, Independent Health through New York State Medicaid, denied the surgery because it was out of network.
I hope somebody has in their heart to try to get a GoFundMe started.
I think they did.
They already have, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. They were saying, we have people here who do the surgery, said Alyssa. However, we were told from the beginning there's no one in Western New York who has the skill and expertise to do this specific surgery. Now, well over a month since Cam was set to have the surgery, the Harburger family is hoping the insurance company will reverse their decision. Do the right thing, Brad Casachi said. Look at it as a human, as a child, and not as a dollar sign. Next year's WIVB reached out to Independent Health. While the company said it is prohibited by law from discussing details of a member's health information, it did give the following statement in part. As a Medicaid managed care plan, we are bound by federal and state compliance laws to follow coverage decisions. New York State's Medicaid plans do not include out-of-area coverage unless the service cannot be provided in-network. When such denials occur, Independent Health has identified in-network providers and or facilities with the ability to provide the particular service. The company added it always clearly informs its members that they have appeal rights and can request a fair hearing if they disagree with the coverage decision. Independent Health also said after an appeal process is begun, decisions will be made by external entities and that those decisions are binding. While Cam's parents are still devastated by the coverage denial, they say they won't give up fighting for their son. A GoFundMe for the Kasachi family was created by Alyssa's best friend, Tara Nichols. The fund has so far raised just over $39,000 of its $100,000 goal. I'm going to go take a look and see how far they've really gone. Oh, they're very close. They're at 90,692.
So is the 100,000 for the surgery?
Yes. And
Probably
how
other.
much is the surgery? How much is the surgery, though?
that's what I'm trying to find out. I'm not sure, but well, here's what I know.
So,
hold on. One thing. Top donation so far. Idiots for Underdogs, $5,000.
Idiots for underdogs?
Yep, that's the name of it. Idiots for Underdogs. Okay, go ahead, Frodo.
So, I just found today a new flavor of death water, liquid death.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Serial Criminal,
Okay.
and it tastes like fucking fruity pebbles.
Yep. Fruity
I like
pebbled. Yeah.
Rudy Pebbles with a kick. And okay, now can we get to that last feel-good story?
Yes, we can. We got this. All right. So this one, oh, don't start with the fucking ad blocker bit again. I just turn it off. Okay.
I hate that.
Okay, here we go. This is from Care 11 up in Minnesota. Teen worker save restaurant as owner spends months in hospital. Without teen workers stepping up. Hello?
What's up?
Okay, Catalina, what can I do for you?
Janet, mute.
All right.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. So anyway, without teen workers stepping up, owner of Hudson, Wisconsin's Urban Olive and Vine said he'd no longer have a restaurant. This is out of Hudson, Wisconsin. Order a sandwich at Urban Olive and Vine in Hudson, and there's a good chance it'll be made by a teenager. Odds are it'll be delivered to your table by a teen too. Right now we're up to 30, owner Chad Triner says after a quick count. Yeah, 30 teenagers. Chad and his wife Carol built their business with teen employees. Their ages 14 to 18 really. They soak up information, they want to learn, they want to do well. Chad and Carol hired the teens, and then the teens saved their business. Chad takes a deep breath. There's a reason he's sitting at a table in the restaurant.
Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button.
Okay. Anyway, Chad takes a deep breath. There's a reason he's sitting at a table in their restaurant sharing this story alone. In this room on September 28th, she collapsed on this floor and had a grand mal seizure, he says. Carol, the love of Chad's life, would spend the next 8 months in the hospital, mostly in Minneapolis at M Health Fairview, and mostly in a coma with Chad bedside. He considered closing the restaurant. I didn't ask one teenager to do anything extra, Chad says. He didn't have to. They just did it, Chad continues. For 8 months, Chad and Carol's teen workers essentially ran Urban Olive and Vine. 17-year-old Acacia Kunkel was among the teens who started arriving at 5:30 a.m. to prep for the day's opening. I don't really think about things very much. I just kind of go, Acacia says. She's a great leader, 15-year-old Joe Stevenson says as he preps food at a counter near Acacia. Joe and Acacia were among the homeschoolers who kept things going during the day while public school kids were in class. Everyone took on new roles. Teens trained each other, came up with the daily specials, and watered Carol's plants. Me and Tori mainly, we'd go shopping for Chad, 16-year-old Lady Dombrowski says. I have pictures of the huge carts of stuff, and my car would be full of stuff. Chad would stop at the restaurant each morning at 4 to do schedules before leaving to sit with Carol. He tried to keep one young adult on the schedule so the Urban Olive and Vine could sell alcohol. The rest he'd turn over to the teens. In the restaurant's basement, 17-year-old Tori Manikowski checks on an inbox that used to be tended by Carol. I look in here and see if anything needs to get paid or anything. All our jobs the teens lifted off the shoulders of Carol and Chad. It's a family here, 18-year-old Lily Benzer says. It's the way Carol and Chad wanted it. Carol always offered help with school homework and just life in general, Joe says. Carol and Chad sponsored the teens' pageants and really missed their school sports and performances. It's almost unfair for it not to be reciprocated back to them, Lily says. Chad's voice begins to crack. We didn't know at the time. My wife was dying. They just thought they were helping out because she needed help. They needed things covered until she came back, he says. Carol would not be coming back to Urban Olive and Vine. On May 5th, she died at the hospital at age 58. Chad closed the restaurant so employees could attend Carol's funeral. Then the teens got back to work. She was just a really amazing person, Lily says, wiping away tears. Acacia sees her coworker struggling and steps in to give her a long hug. I knew we would all not do good today, Acacia tells Lily. We're not even cutting onions yet, Lily replies as the coworkers share a laugh. Without them, the restaurant would not exist, Chad says. These kids became adults and ran our business and took care of me. Urban Olive and Vine can be found in the heart of Hudson, run by the teens at the heart of Urban Olive and Vine. I love them like they're my own kids, Chad says.
Well, that is amazing. Because you don't know how many teenagers do you know would step up like that?
Not too many. But it's like, I wish more businesses were like this. These two treated these teenagers like family. And in return, the teenagers came to the rescue.
Yes. I just hope that the restaurant stays open and the owner takes care of those kids the way that the kids took care of him when needed.
Well, they've been taking care of the kids for a long time. So it was a natural thing for the kids and teens to do something.
I wish there was more opportunities for young people like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but there's no opportunities for young people. It's that old catch-22. You can't get a job without experience.
But you can't get experience without a job.
So it's kind of like that old catch-22.
Yeah. And you know, you have to remember, McDonald's is like a good starting point. But depending on what you want to do you really want to make it a career? Right? Now, some people do work all the way up from the very beginning all the way to the top, because if it's something they like, so be it. But, excuse me. All right. So anyway, timing's perfect. But yeah, it's good that we ended on that feel-good story because it just goes to show you, don't underestimate teenagers. Most people think, oh, teenagers, all they want to do is be lazy and cause trouble. Not these guys. So.
People need to fucking just stop acting like they know everything,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, so anyway, we're going to wrap things up. Here's what we're doing this week. Tomorrow, of course, Frodo and I will be doing political catch-up. At Thursday, I will be doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days Collection for the first time. So I'm going to do a little bit of practicing like Wednesday night. So I can at least, get an idea of what I'm getting myself into. And then, of course, on Friday, we'll be doing another round of trivia. This time it is science and technology.
Oh, one real thing. Did you hear what happened at a plant in Pennsylvania, a steel plant in Pennsylvania?
There was an explosion.
Yeah, there was a Coke plant. And the Coke plant got too big for its britches, literally, and blew up.
Ooh.
And unfortunately, there were some people trapped underneath the rubble.
I believe it. All right. So anyway, that's basically our plan for this week. So I'm going to do now is going to play the ending. So hang on for 15 seconds.
I'm going to bounce.
Okay.
Bye, Frodo.
All right. So with that in mind, I'm going to say love, peace, and chicken grease. Everyone have a great night. Sleep well, stay safe. And Frodo and I will be on tomorrow for political catch-up. So, peace. And don't forget, if you like what you see, hit the like button, share, subscribe, comment. All right?
Bye, everyone.